Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so that a sound critic doesn't have to. And neither should you, as we conclude a family segment with a menace which is anything but family-oriented, but in this case he happens to be that way. It's Dennis the Menace! Let's delve into the theme song first. So this is how every Dennis the Menace show started. I love the comics. And the song is catchy too. So basically the show is pretty much based on the comic strips that you see on the Sunday paper when you were a wee young lad. It's Dennis basically being a menace. I can't say anything more about this because there really isn't much else to say. It's pretty much Dennis being a menace. And finding a way to have fun at the same time. This is the next door neighbor that Dennis always bugs. Dennis's dad, Dennis's mom. Sensing a pattern. He likes to create tornadoes. Even the comic strip title gets screwed over. Alright, let's delve into an episode. The Love Rowboat. I love how it's all in comic strips. I will give them credit. That's creativity points. You get a plus for creativity points. I'm making note of this. Dennis and his beloved family are going camping as evidenced by the nice tent that they have.
Getting away from the traffic, the worries.
And especially Margaret.
So we've concluded that Dennis doesn't like Margaret, but Margaret has a crush on Dennis. Not surprised that there's romance in this one. As we see Dennis... Wow, Dennis's dad cooking up some steak. I like this guy. He knows me very well. Oh no.
They're as ugly as they are in the city.
What a surprise! It's the waves!
How wonderful! Someone else not interested in fishing.
Let me show you my new lure, Al.
Are you glad to see me, Dennis? Is a worm happy to see a fish?
Wow. Dennis can be a menace to others, but I think we finally found someone who could be a menace to Dennis.
Moonlight cruise? It's morning. We can row around until the moon comes out. Yeah.
You realize you let the boat loose, lady.
I won't go rowing with you. I get it. You're afraid. Your father told you about the lake monster. Lake monster?
What lake monster?
Your father didn't tell you. I guess he thought you'd be scared. The lake
Wow.
monster.
That'll convince Dennis.
He told me.
I like this girl. She's very clever.
Reverse psychology works every time. Dennis, let's go look at the island. Row a little to the right.
He doesn't want to do that. He wants to go to the island to find the lake monster.
No, the other way. You do the rowing. I'll do the yelling for a while. This is the line.
I don't believe that's how you row a boat. At least that's not how I was taught. And as you can see, they go spinning and spinning and spinning and
Please, you do it.
manage
Okay,
to lose
I'll leave
something.
you admit there isn't a monster out here. Okay.
But just as she's about to admit it, there is a monster! I wonder if that particular monster was the inspiration for Pokemon, because that kind of looks like something Pokemon would do. And in typical cartoon fashion, they row even though they're not on water.
You are a good rower, and you were right. There was a monster. Oh dear, we're in the middle of the woods. There probably aren't any
Rats!
for
I was
miles.
hoping they'd be in the middle of nowhere. They'd be in Courageland!
Now,
And these two happen to have courage.
I vote for
Oh,
the
she's
lost.
too dreamy.
Better try and find
Typical
your way back to the
girl.
lake.
Meanwhile, look what Dennis spots. Arr, just be treasure that they're digging, mate.
Wow, pirates and buried treasure. How can there be pirates?
Exactly what are pirates doing in the middle of a camping area?
Wait, they're leaving. I gotta see what's in that chest.
So Dennis, being the menace that he is gonna look at the chest and see what's in there. Baby gold doubloons? Or maybe it's the nugget porn with guacamole. But the pirates are coming back.
What?
Those kids, grab them. Hurry.
Yeah, we'll catch them and then make them walk the plank for this mutiny. Arg.
Oh no!
I guess you could say this is their plank. Look at this.
Come on!
Time to channel your inner Tarzan.
I'll do no such thing!
Oh,
Oh, this is crazy, but at least we're safe now.
of course it's crazy. Thank you for stating the obvious. It's Dennis the Menace. Everything's crazy. Oh, great. Barbarians. What are they on Fantasy Island or something? We've had pirates and now barbarians. What's next? Oh yeah, we've also had a Pokemon too. Of course, boulders. Rocks. So easy a caveman can run away from it.
Boy, are you heavy. I am not. My weight is perfect. I don't have an ounce of fat. Who's talking ounces? I'm talking pounds.
There you go. See, Dennis knows what the hell he's talking about.
Uh-oh. There's only one thing to do. Ow! Stop that! You're doing it on purpose. I'll get you. I knew that'd work.
Ooh, just missed. Yeah, cavemen don't understand. Once they get clear and you can't jump high enough, you ain't gonna catch them.
If we can make it over to that vine, we'll be okay.
Except that's no vine you're on. That happens to be a snake. Or the tail of a... Yep, we must be on Fantasy Island. It's a fucking dinosaur. And an ugly one at that. All of our fantasies are converging together. Right by Mount Wanataki.
How about sideways? I'm afraid
You notice something wrong with this picture?
like Romeo and Juliet.
We're not seeing much of the parents. It's all Dennis.
They were
I like it!
hated each other. Our parents get along fine. It's you I'm not too crazy about.
Dennis clearly stating why this is not like Romeo and Juliet. Because in Romeo and Juliet, the parents hated each other, but the kids didn't. In this case, it's vice versa.
Why shouldn't I get soaked?
Wow, way to be Typical girl, doesn't like to be wet, while Dennis likes to jump on the log. You can clearly see why they're not meant for each other. They should try Eharmony.com. Maybe they'll find someone that's compatible with one another. Of course, they walk right into a lair of lions, and what do?
There, we made it. Not quite.
Yeah, they step on the lion's tail, and that sends Mufasa out to kill him.
Hansel and Gretel lost in the woods. Romeo and Juliet.
Will you stop ripping on freaking famous couples that clearly don't tie into the situation because you clearly don't know that stuff? While they're waiting in the cave, the fantasy stuff emerge.
There's an opening on the other side.
So they go hiding. And what happens to be inside the cave, you might ask?
That's the best. I feel something.
A presence I've not felt since the Skeletor! And a ghost. This should be called Spooky Island. I don't know what made it so spooky in the Scooby-Doo movie. This is clearly Spooky Island. There are ghosts, there are skeletons, there are ghouls, there are pirates, There are lions. There are dinosaurs. There's a bunch of fantasy crap. And on the other end is the parents who we've rarely seen to this point.
Boy, are we glad to see you. We just saw lions and tigers and cavemen and pirates and ghosts.
Darn it, I was expecting bears, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
But there was a giant lizard. Oh,
And here come the pirates to send the mateys back to the plank of the river of their lives.
what's so funny?
They're not really pirates and cavemen. They're actors. You and Margaret got lost here in Crazyland.
Crazyland?
Yes, son.
Why the hell is this called Crazyland?
You saw are mechanical. We were having some fun with you. But we worried when you stumbled into Safari Land. You know, those lions can be dangerous.
I'll say.
They're crazy to think this is Crazyland. This is like Fantasyland.
Gee, I gotta admit, I sure was fooled.
And what kind of actors live in the middle of the
When you get
woods?
older, you'll be able to tell what's real and what's make-believe.
Like that dinosaur.
Gee, Dad, for a make-believe monster, that sure was a real yell.
Ha 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 ha. So there you go, that's Dennis the Menace. Absolutely wonderful, absolutely amusing. I, for one, recommend it. And there are plenty of YouTube channels, as usual, that are showing this stuff. Like, this one was found by Baboi Dennis the Menace. There's another YouTube channel, Missy Paulina, that also has Dennis the Menace episodes. So feel free to take a look at those if you're wanting to watch Dennis the Menace. And for that, this concludes a family segment. And speaking of families, this transitions right into Thanksgiving. So stay tuned. I'll be reviewing, well, something that's related to Thanksgiving because, by golly, that holiday's been practically ignored. You can watch my editorial so I could explain it to you then. I'm the CommanderZander. I remember until that it sounds great and I'm doing neither should you.